Hello ladies, this is Breanna from howtoblackhair.com and I'm back at it again with another beautiful hairstyle. For this style, I'm going to show you how to do Senegalese twist, and we're not actually going to twist it on our head, we're going to crochet these bad boys in. So get your hair supplies ready so I can show you how to achieve this look. These are the materials that you're going to need to crochet your hair onto your parts. So in order to do this style, you want to also make sure that you have some color involved. So I'm going to be using natural color as well as red and blonde hair color. Now to begin, you're going to need a DVD spindle and a piece of your hair from your bundle. Now go ahead and position that into your legs and make sure that when you prep your hair that you pull on the end so it has a tapered effect. This is going to allow you to twist all the way to the tips. When I'm twisting my Senegalese twist, I tend to twist to the right. And make sure that you're pre-twisting your hair, as you see here, before you put it on your DVD spindle. The reason why is because you don't want extra volume at the top. You don't want the hair to be poofy at the roots. That's why it's very important to do this, because when you crochet it, it's going to look like you actually twist it from your scalp. So as you can see here, I'm constantly rotating the hair to the right, and I'm always overlapping the hair in my right hand over the hair in my left hand. So if this sounds a little bit confusing to you, I highly suggest that you go to howtoblackhair.com to purchase the Senegalese Twisting DVD, because in that DVD, I go in super slow-mo to show you exactly how to do this style from start to finish, as well as offer you other things that you can do with your hair as well. So just for now, I'm just showing you a preview of how you want to actually twist your hair on the spindle. I really love using the DVD spindle instead of a tripod piece, because sometimes the pieces on top of tripods tend to be a little bit too big. So as you can see here, you want to constantly twist and be consistent all the way to the very, very tippy tips, so that way your twists don't unravel. So as you can see here, because we pre-twisted the top, it is very neat and it's going to look like you actually twisted the twist from your scalp. Now at this point, you're going to begin taking down your section of hair so that you can actually braid it. Now you can choose to twist your hair and then install it, or you can choose to braid it. I prefer to braid it because I feel that it gives it more security when I'm crocheting the twist onto my hair. So in order to braid, if you don't know how to do it, all you have to do is divide your section into 3 equal parts. And the easiest way I can explain how to braid is to always take the middle leg and put it outwards to the left, and then take the new middle leg again and put it outwards to the right. So if you need to, you can slow down this video just a little bit if you're on desktop, but if not, I suggest that you go back again and watch this and even do it with me, so that way you can know how to braid an individual braid yourself. So just continue braiding until you reach to the very ends of your braid. And once you're finished, this is exactly how your section should look. So now I want to show you this really cool technique that I do with my braids to prevent my twist from getting frizzy, because who likes frizzy twists? Nobody. So what you want to do to prevent that is to actually put edge control on your braided sections. Voila, problem solved. So now that you've done that, I'm going to show you really quickly, right before I crochet for this style, I'm going to show you how I did this same crochet technique for another style. And for this style, this is called crochet box braids. So of course, I already did a tutorial on this look, and you can check it out on my YouTube channel if you want to watch it. So very briefly, I'm just showing you a demonstration of how to do the crochet technique with individual box braids, because you can do this with any type of individual style. But for this one in particular, you want to make sure that you're using a latch hook, because it's going to help you to go in and out between the spaces of your braids. You don't always have to use a latch hook, but I highly suggest it for this particular style, because when you're doing box braids, you want to make sure that the braids aren't sticking out. So this is how the crochet technique looks with a totally different style. Now I'm going to show you how to do the crochet technique with the Senegalese style. And for this technique, I'm using a beader to actually pull the hair through the roots. Now this makes it a whole lot easier for me instead of using a latch hook, because as you see when I'm showing this technique, you're only going to be grabbing your braid and inserting it through the middle of your twist. So you don't have to do the same way that you saw with the box braids. All you gotta do is open up the twist from this point on, just using your fingers. So now you just grab the tail end and you pull it through the top of the twist. Now as I tighten this twist, you will see what I mean by looking like you literally twisted from your scalp. That's why I told you earlier that it's so important to make sure that you're pre-twisting the section before you finish twisting it along the DVD spindle, because this is the effect that it's going to create with your look. So now every time you open up your twist, you just pull your braid through. So as you can see here, you don't need to use your beater anymore, nor do you need to use a latch hook when you're doing this particular style. Because remember, it's gonna always be a little bit different from any type of individual style you do. But for this one in particular, the rest of the way, you're just gonna use your hands. So check this out. Do you see a braid sticking out? I mean, where? I don't even see a braid. All I see is a beautiful twist from doing this crochet technique. And now this is how the style looks after I finish crocheting all of my twists. And nobody can tell you that it's not even twisted onto your hair, because look at how seamless it looks. So now it's time to curl those ends. And I like to use plastic rods when I'm doing this, so that way it doesn't hold much water or any at all when I actually dip it into hot water. So one trick to creating really beautiful spirals at the end of your twist is to make sure that you're rolling your twist very flatly against the rod. Now you're gonna lower it in super hot water. This water was previously boiled, and this is going to allow your curls to really lock into place. So now make sure you fully squeeze it dry before you handle the hair so that it's not hot. Now take your plunger off, and then you're just gonna slowly unravel the hair from the rod, and then you're gonna separate the twist from each other with your fingers. And if necessary, you can use scissors at this point if you need to clean up any fray hairs. So ladies, it's time for a little bit of styling. So I need you to get your products together so I can show you how to make your edges last all day long. So first, you're going to add edge control to your hairline, and you want to make sure that you're letting the fingers do most of the work so that your edges are very natural but beautifully laid. Now you're going to use a small tooth comb or a fine tooth comb to actually detail your edges the way you want them to lay. I prefer to use a small tooth comb. I know that some people prefer to use a toothbrush for their edges, and it's up to you how you want it to look. I just prefer the way that the teeth make my edges look when I'm laying them down with edge control. So now this is how it looks so far in comparison from one side to the other. And at this point, you see that I'm spraying hairspray on my edges. This is such a cool technique that I was thinking, like, how can I make my edges literally last all day? Like, how can I get that holding power? And then what popped into my mind was using some hairspray. So when you spray it and blow dry it, it literally make your edges last all day. I'm telling you, I love doing this technique, especially when I'm wearing such cool creative hairstyles like this. The one thing that I really love about this crochet hairstyle is that it's so beginner friendly. If you have such a hard time gripping your hair at the roots, this does it for you. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is braid small sections of braids and then loop your twist onto your braids so that way it looks like you twisted it from your scalp. And just so you know, I actually have 32 twists on my head, and this style for me required 13 packs of Connect-A-Lawn braiding hair. So now really quickly, I'm gonna show you how to take it down, because I remember seeing some comments on my crochet braiding video on a lot of you wanna know, okay, how do you even remove this? So as you can see here, it's super simple. All you gotta do is slide your braid out of your twist, and then you just want to unravel it. So one easy way to always take down any type of hairstyle you're wearing is to basically work backwards. So we're basically going in reverse the way that we originally installed it, so that way we can actually remove the twist from our section. So ladies, check that out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Voila! This beautiful Senegalese crochet hairstyle is finished. And if you want to watch more tutorials like this, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you don't miss out. And also make sure you click that bell so that you can turn on notifications, so that way you will get an alert as soon as I post a new video. So until then, I'll see you next time.